I think the thing, like we talked about before, the thing that's unique about our market, there's a couple of things. One is that we are a university town, which is helpful. And so an enrollment has finally started growing again in the last couple of years after it had been declining. And so that's a favorable thing about our town. And our established urban growth boundary are very, I'd say, complicated land development process. It's hard to build here and there's not a lot of land. And I think even if you're shopping for a property that's been already improved property, the fundamentals of our area should come into play in terms of your total risk assessment. The fact that we don't have oversupply in a large sense and that we have an established urban growth boundary and a difficult entry process to our new construction, I think that's a favorable thing when you're looking at improved properties, because you're not looking at something where you're going to buy it and then there's going to be so much new construction that all of a sudden your rents go down. Mm-hmm. We saw a very slight downward trend of rents back in 2012, but we didn't see the kind of, rent impacts that some of the bigger overbuilt markets had, even in our last recession. And so I think we are sheltered in a way that some of these bigger markets are not. And again, since I don't keep my finger on the pulse of all these different markets, I don't have a great comparison to specific different market areas. But I would say that the general fundamentals of these markets is critically important when you're investing. Even if you're investing in an old 1960s apartment, you still want to understand the macro risk of what could happen in this community. Are they going to expand the UGB? Is there going to be huge sprawl? Is single family construction going to happen at such a rapid pace that it's going to knock out my multifamily demand? I mean, all of those things come into play. Like I said before, our single family construction has been so low that it has really allowed for this robust multifamily development. And that all plays into your risk profile of your property.